It's Peter Vexelman, and it's Tuesday Night Live. I'm happy to be here with you guys. I'm flying solo today. Julie actually is having some fun. I forgot where she's at. I think she's in Louisiana or Florida. It's actually Brian's, her husband's birthday today. I just got off the phone with her. She says hi to everybody. They had an amazing day there. They're actually going deep sea fishing, I think, tomorrow. They chartered a pretty big boat. So it's us tonight. And I got some great stuff to go over with you guys. Really glad you guys are on board. I can see you all are still dialing in. Hope the weather is beautiful where you guys are, because it is gorgeous here. I actually just open up my door to my balcony because, I mean, it's like unbelievable here. I just got off a scooter, actually, like right where I live here, my place here in town. If you go outside, like literally 20 yards, there's this gorgeous pathway, 23 miles, weaves through Atlanta, through neighborhoods. I mean, it's just like killer. And there's scooters you basically take, electric scooters, and you just bum around. And, you know, you could stay in the path. You could pop off the path to like a side street, or there's actually paths running off of paths. And it's funny, I've been calling that scooter, like when I initially got this place a couple months ago, I scootered like the second day I was here, and I was like, oh, that's pretty goofy. I don't think I like this. And now, like literally in the last couple of weeks, scooters have become my happy places. Like I jump on a scooter, I take my phone, I put my earbuds in, I'm talking to our partners all over the United States. I'm talking different stuff, and I'm like, I got this beautiful scenery. I mean, you all need to join me here. You all need to join me here. It's just unbelievable. So I want to welcome just some random people. I see Alicia's on there, Billy's on there, Jeffrey's on there, Jesse's on there, Joe's on there, Robert, Ronald, Michael, Lee, what's up, Lee, Ken, Javon, John, another Robert, Ronald, Ricardo, on and on and on. I appreciate you all joining us here, or me here tonight. And guys, remember, there's two reasons why we spend some time with you all every Tuesday night. The first reason is for people that we may never do anything with. But we want to help you guys. Some of you are building this business. You're building it out yourselves. You have your own set of victories. You'll have your own set of challenges. You're out there fighting the battle. And I could tell you, I'm darn proud of you guys. I mean, I love people that battle. And let me tell you something. In my opinion, anyone in this business, that's a warrior. You got to be a warrior to be in this business, you know, because warriors either win or lose. And in this business, you're either going to win or you're going to lose. And so just the fact that you guys are out there battling for your future, battling to bring your wives home, battling to bring your husbands home, battling to make a better life for yourself and your family, battling to leave a legacy, you know, battling every day. I'm so freaking proud of you. You know, it's like a team, you know, we're in the same environment. And so for those of you that are battling, but you're battling yourself, that's part of the reason we do these Tuesday night calls, because we want to add value to you guys. We want to be a sense of inspiration. We want to be a sense of encouragement. We want to teach you what we know, because we have no secrets here, because in real estate, there are no secrets. Really, there is no secrets in real estate. None of us investors that have been doing this for a while, none of us investors that have done more than you have, none of us are holding back secrets. This is like an open book business. There's no reason to hold secrets. You know, it's not like you're Procter and Gamble, and you know, here you got your competitor and you got your formula, and nothing. Everything. There's no reason. It's literally in this business, it's almost better to open up the coffers and to share, and that's what we're doing. So for those of you that are out there in the battlefield and you're doing it yourself, I commend you. I salute you. And I want to cheer you on, and I want to help you in any way I can. And then maybe somewhere down the road where you feel like, you know what, The battle is better won with a team, not as an isolated soldier. We hope you look right back at us and say, this is the team I want to be on. The second reason we do these every Tuesday night is there are a number of you all that have already made a decision that this business is better done in a team format, not an individual format. Some of you all are already part of our team, okay? And I could see with all the people that dialed in, I see familiar names, people that are already on our team, and that's awesome, okay? But some of you are not yet on our team. Some of you are not yet doing deals with us. And so that is the other reason why we do these, is that we want you to feel confident that we are the team you need to be on. And, you know, when I say that, I know sometimes it comes out in a very strange way, a little bit pompous way, a little like, you know, look at me way. But I say that, guys, because I believe in what we do. I got a track record. I've been in this thing for 20 years. You know, usually when you're sticking something out for 20 years and you're like full time in it, you're past the like experimenting stage of whether or not you know what you're doing. You can have a hobby 20 years and be absolutely awful at it. You can't do something as a full-time career for 20 years and still be in it without having some super duper credentials. No one's ever paid me a paycheck being in real estate, meaning all the things I've done, the wealth I've created, deals I've done have been earned by myself, earned by my people. So that all this to say that I feel like I have some pretty strong credentials. I have a strong case I can make for myself and the people that I work with. And so when I say things like, we are the team to be with, I say it based upon a 20-year track record. I say it based upon being at some of the lowest lows of real estate and being some of the highest highs of real estate. I say it because I know basically all the gurus out there that some of you all have frequented and some of y'all are still frequenting. And I know how they're set up and I know what they offer. And I say it based upon the fact that even what we do today with our partners took me, really collectively, all of us, years to develop. And guess what? We're still developing it. This is not something I thought about 20 years ago. Like when I got in this thing, I said, this is how this business needs to be built. I can tell you, if I had someone like me 20 years ago, I would have done it bigger, better. I would have been stronger. I would have made more money a lot quicker. And so the second reason we do this is we want some of you all to become our partners if you're not yet our partner. And we want you all to do deals with us because that is exactly what we do here as an organization. For years, I built this business the way so many people build this business. See deal, do deal, see deal, do deal. And I became very successful at it. I built, I did, you know, houses. I've had apartments. I had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of rentals. You know, I've done land developments. I've done rezonings. I've done condo conversions. I've done all kinds of strategies from wholesaling to retailing to realtor teams to fix and flips to subject twos to lease options. So I think I've done it all, seen it all. And I could tell you what we're doing now is something that is so cool, so unique, because some time ago I realized I wanted to do more deals. I've had all this experience. I had offices from here to Florida, all the way to California. I had people all over the place, and I was like racking my brain, how do I do more deals? And then one day, collectively, it came to us. They said, why don't we start letting people across the world, or across at least the United States, know that we want to partner with them. We want to help them do deals. We want to help them make it in this business. And we'll almost, as close as possible, guarantee their success because we'll do something that nobody else does. We'll back them. I will actually put my money where my mouth is. I'm not going to just teach you. I'm not going to just show you. I'm actually going to say, I'll teach you, I'll show you, but I'm going to do something else. I'm going to generate leads for you. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to have my employees that I have a six-figure payroll a month that I pay to. I'm going to say, I'm going to give you access to my employees on a daily basis. I'm going to do something else. when we find the right deal, I'm going to put my money into the deal. Not like you put your money in, I put my money in. No, 100% my money. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to also provide all the money to fix the property. I'm going to do more than that. We can use my people to execute the deal, whatever that means. You know, it might mean fixing it. It might mean doing a quick wholesale flip, but my people will help there too. And then we sell and split the profits. And this idea took shape. And here we are running with this idea now. Everything in our business has been transformed in terms of working with our partners. To tell you the truth, guys, some of you may or may not know this, I don't even market myself anymore. I mean, this partnering has gone up to such a high level. I think out of all the deals I'm doing now across the nation, probably only like 3% of them, maybe 5% of them are deals that we founded ourselves. All our other deals are with partners. And that is why we do these Tuesday night webinars, is we want you to gain confidence in us, that we know what we're doing, we're the right partner for you, and that if you're ready to get in this business or move forward in this business from wherever position you're at and move up the food chain, that we want to partner with you. And so anytime tonight, if you feel like, yep, I'd love to do what he just said, and I'd love to do it with him, you have the ability to go and start the dialogue with us. And one of the best ways to do that is either when we're done tonight or anytime during the day. Just go to www.coachingbypeter.com. That's www.coachingbypeter.com. You'll learn more about our partnering program there. You'll see a bunch of testimonials. I mean, it's just a website full of facts and information. You put your information there, and somebody from our organization, maybe even I myself, will call you. We'll talk to you how you could partner with us. All right, let's get rolling. Beyond that, guys, what I want to talk to you about today is something that's going to have a great impact on a number of you guys. Not all of you will participate in it, but I will tell you, I will like guarantee, you know, one thing I always tell, you know, people sometimes will say, well, what's my guarantee? And my answer to people when they ask me, what's my guarantee in real estate? What I tell them is this: look, if you want guarantees, you need to just get a job, right? Like if you need to be guaranteed a paycheck. Now we all know there's no guarantees in job anyway, but anyone that gets into business for themselves or real estate in their mentality is, what's my guarantee? That's like the wrong mentality. There are no guarantees in real estate, okay? But what I'm going to tell you something right now interesting. I'm going to guarantee you something, guys, today. I'm going to guarantee you that what I'm about to share with you, that if you do this and you commit to doing this, I will guarantee you, you will be a better investor as a result of this. I guarantee it. I've never had anyone do what I'm about to share with you or commit to what I'm about to share with you has not elevated themselves to some higher level. So this is important stuff. And the great thing is, every single one of you that I'm about to share this with you can do this. This is not one of those like, oh, holy crap, that sounded great, but I can't do that. This is nothing like that. This is like, it's going to take you a little effort. Okay, well, what else is new? It's going to take you a little time. Well, gosh, no brainer, right? But this is a game changer. And what I want to talk to you guys about tonight is the live event that we have coming up here on April, drawing a blank. I think it's April 27th and 28th of this month, right here in Atlanta, right next to our offices. And it's going to be very, very important that you guys come here. Now, we're doing something special this month. We have these, periodically. And every time we have them, amazing things happen. Not to us. I mean, I guess to us too, because it's amazing meeting some of y'all. It's nice to put like a face with somebody I've been talking to while I'm on the scooter. It's nice to put, be able to shake someone's hand, to kind of feel them instead of just like constantly trying to read their emotions over the phone. So we get a lot out of these weekends too. We get inspired by you guys. I mean, we ourselves many times when these are done, we'll be like sitting in our office, like our inner circle, and we'll be like, wow, that was like unbelievable. Like, did you hear what he did or what she did or what he committed to or what they said? We get inspired, but I could tell you these are life transforming events that we have here, guys. And so April 27th and 28th, we want you to be with us here in Atlanta. Okay. We're doing something special tonight. I mean, obviously, if you're already, as I look at all the dozens and dozens and dozens of people that have dialed in today, I'm kind of scanning. I could see some of y'all's names. Some of y'all already are partners. And for those of you that are already partners, obviously there's no charge. We want to meet here. If you're our partner, you got to be here. We're doing something else special tonight. For those of you that are listening, even if you're not our partner, we want you to come, and we're not going to charge you, because we feel it's that important that you hear our messaging. We feel like we want to take all the excuses out of you coming in here, and that weekend. We definitely don't want you to say, oh, well, gosh, I would have, but I can't afford it, or forget it. Forget that. No charge, whether you're a partner, whether you're not a partner, be here. We feel like this kind of a weekend is something that will take your business to the next level. Guys, some of you, that next level is the first level. Some of y'all have been battling demons. Some of you have been frustrated. Some of y'all have been filled with negative thoughts about the business, yourself, what you're doing. Some of y'all need this weekend just to get to like zero, right? I remember, when I got started in this business, those of you that have heard my story, I mean, I managed to you get in real estate to make it. I got in real estate to lose it. I mean, literally, when I got started, I lost everything I had. Everything I brought to me, like all my bags that I brought with me, the money, the blah, 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 I lost it all. And I remember I needed to have certain things going on, because it took me 3 years then from after I lost everything and went, lost about $500,000. It took me like 3 years to get it back, not to get it back, just to make it to zero. I mean, can you imagine digging yourself a hole so deep the first 6 months that it takes you 3 years of doing deals, making money, by the way, and at the end of 3 years, you look at your checking account and you're basically at zero. I mean, that's exactly what happened to me when I got started in this thing. And so I needed stuff like this to just I had my own things, but, I needed things I needed hooks along the way, to keep on grabbing onto, to get to the next level, to just hang on long enough. I mean, sometimes a hook I had carried me for an extra week. Sometimes a hook I had carried me for an extra month, whatever it was. But I'm telling you, some of y'all need this weekend just to get yourself to zero. Some of y'all need this weekend because you're already doing fairly well, but you're kind of a plateau, as we call it. You're consistently knocking some things down. You're consistently making some revenue, although it's not the revenue you want to be making. You're consistently doing deals, although it's not the volume you want to do. And you can't figure out what the heck's going on. You're like, well, what the heck? I'm seeing results. But how do I get to that next level? We'll be here this weekend. Be here the weekend of the 27th and 28th, and you'll see what it takes to get from a plateau to a next level. Some of y'all are doing really good, actually. Some of y'all are kind of killing it already, right? But you might need to kill it twice as much. Some of you are killing it and working your butts off. Some of y'all realize, oh my God, I've created a job. It's a nice paying job. It's a six-figure job. It's paying the bills. It's letting us take a couple vacations a year. But you don't understand how to take it to that next level. That next level may be the kind of level that I'm experiencing, where it's a lifestyle-filled business. I don't need to go to my offices. I don't need to, negotiate deals on the phone. I don't need to send out marketing. I don't need to go to I haven't been to a closing. I think I've been to 2 closings in the last 6 years, only because for whatever reason, those attorneys would not let us do mail outs. I don't need to talk to buyers, sellers, blah, blah, blah. Some of y'all need to figure out how to do that. And that this weekend, we're going to show you. See, you're going to be with us that weekend. And you're going to see, like, some of y'all just don't even have a visual of what it takes to do thousands of deals the way I've done. Like, you, like, conceptually, like, well, that's cool. He's done all these deals, but what does that look like? Well, guess what? When you're here that weekend with us, you'll see what it looks like. You'll see, like, my staff. You'll be able to ask them questions. You'll be able to see what it takes for a closer like my Mary to close thousands of deals. You know, some of y'all don't even really understand how to even hire your own team of people. Well, guess what? When you meet my team and you ask them some pointed questions and you hear them teaching you and you hear them interacting with you, you'll immediately build a profile. You'll build a profile. Okay, so if I'm ever going to hire a CEO, this is what I need. Okay, I need someone to help me with closings. Boom, Mary, that's what I need. I need somebody to help me with admin work. Okay, boom. I'm watching what Laura does and how she does it. Okay? You guys are going to see what it takes, what this business looks like at a higher level. You know, the problem with some of you all is you don't really know what the goals are. You kind of are like, well, I want to make I literally had someone tell me today, I forgot what they said, but they said they want to make some crazy number in this business, 300, 400 grand a month, right? And my immediate like thought when people tell me is that, like, dude, do you even know what it takes to do that? I don't have to ask because I know the answer, right? It's like, can you imagine running a 5-mile race, a real race where 600 people show up to, and not having a track, like not having barriers? Just kind of, here's the starting point, go. What? Right? No, you have to have a path. You have to have a somewhere like, here's where I go left, here's where I go right, here's where I run straight, blah, blah, blah. Okay? And some of you, the reason you have not gotten to those higher levels is you don't even know what a higher level looks like. You have no idea what you're shooting for. You're just kind of going through the emotions out there. Well, so when you spend a weekend with us, you understand, this is what I'm aiming for. Like this, I might not have it all like that, but I understand what I'm aiming for. I understand the kind of people I need to have in my life. Okay? Some of y'all are doing techniques and strategies that you're kind of sort of doing it, but not really. Well, guess what? When you're with us live, you'll really understand if you really are doing them the right way or the wrong way. Now, why do I say that? There are certain things in life that happen better when you're live, right? Like, a football game, right? You can watch 1,000 football games on TV, right? I promise you, the first time you ever see a man hit another man in an open field, full body contact, and you're live, you have no appreciation what it means to be a football player until you see him live. None. You could see it on TV. You could listen to on radio. These incredible commentators describe to you play by play. But when you see that boom, that ferocity, you get like, holy crap. I remember I grew up playing tennis, and I was actually pretty good at it. You know, made it to the college level, and but I hadn't. There was a point in time I had never seen a professional tennis player. And I remember one time, you know, this is so many years ago, I went to a professional tournament, and I sat close live, and I was able to watch the ball. And that ball literally was going like this as it was moving across the court. And I understood at that point what it takes to be a professional tennis player. I could have never grasped that on TV. I could have never grasped that, you know, listening to someone or hearing someone. But when I saw that ball being hit back and forth by professionals, the speed at which it was being hit, the timing of everything, I had an appreciation for it. Well, guys, it's the same thing in this business. This helps. I know you guys, because every time I do something like this, I get great like PMs or people text me. Even right now, I got 2 texts literally. I just picked up my phone, came in within the last minute. Hey, Pete, you're, great stuff. Keep on, hey, great. I love that. I love the feedback I get and all this. But I will have a greater impact on you when I'm looking at you in the eye. There's certain things that happen. There's certain chemistry. There's certain attitudes. There's certain emotions that happen when you're with someone in a live environment. And by the way, I'm kind of going off here on building the value. But by the way, please, partner, www.partner Driven Live. Partner Driven Live. I know Rafa will put this up on the screen for you guys. Partner Driven Live. If you're coming here, we want you to register. Remember, we're not going to charge you guys for those of you that are listening in, but please register. PartnerDrivenLive.com. And then once you register there, you'll also get an email from us with all the itinerary for that weekend, like where to stay. We have a block of rooms blocked off for you guys at like bare bone prices in a super duper hotel, and you pay almost nothing. Please make sure you stay with us too, because like I'm going to be staying there that weekend. Julie's sleeping there that weekend. I'm sure Rafa will be sleeping there that weekend. We'll have our team there so you can interact with us, during the day, at night, we could hang out and all this. So please plan on staying, even if you have relatives. I'm not saying don't see your relatives or stay there necessarily, but if I were you, I would stay in this, stay with us, get around the whole environment. So it's www.partnerdrivenlive.com. What we are going to teach you guys there is very simple. We're going to teach you what we do collectively to do what we've done as a team. We're going to go through every aspect of this business, but we're going to do it in a very intense level. Okay. So we're smart enough to know that, like, if you never, we know you can't build this business at live events. You can't just go to some weekend and all of a sudden become a superstar. This is just, this is another tool, right? This is like being a doctor and you have your, those things that they wear on their shoulders, right? It's a tool. You can't go without it. They listen to people's heart, but it can't be the only tool. So we know this is not the only tool for you guys. Don't misunderstand me, but we know it's a critical tool. We'll be teaching you things like negotiations. Guys, I've taught negotiations to some of you all and stuff like that. But when I teach negotiations live, I promise you, it'll blow your mind, because I understand how to negotiate at a high level. Okay. And let me tell you something, when you negotiate, it's an emotion-driven strategy. Negotiations is not just a tactical strategy, it's an emotional strategy. So when you see me teaching negotiations in a live environment, you'll see something I can't do through a telephone necessarily, right? You'll see the emotions involved with it. You'll see the peaks and valleys. You'll see the pauses. It's all strategically. So think about it. You come to our live event and all of a sudden you negotiate, and you could negotiate an extra $5,000 off your next deal. Like, that's pretty darn good, right? That's worth a trip to Atlanta, isn't it? But why would you just negotiate $5,000 off your next deal? The cool thing about the way I teach negotiations is that it works just like, it's like black and white. It works the same way all the time. I don't negotiate many deals myself anymore. I have negotiators doing it. But guys, I'll tell you what, when I negotiate deals, like the last 5 or 10 that I've been involved with, across the board, 30 to 40% price drops. 30 to 40% price drop. Think about the market you're in right now, and think about what a 30 to 40% price drop in your next deal is. I guarantee you, I don't care if you're in the cheapest market, like somewhere in Michigan, or the most expensive market, somewhere like California, a 30 to 40% price drop in your next negotiations is worth probably tens upon tens of thousands of dollars to you. I'm going to spend almost 2 hours in the psychology, dynamics, techniques, strategies, everything involved in negotiations that weekend, right? Guess what? Julie is going to teach you guys other marketing techniques and strategies. She'll teach you a technique that we've successfully used to secure over 500 deals. Think about this. There's a technique we use in negotiations that we've used successfully over 500 times. Let's say you use that technique and get one extra deal. Just one extra deal. And we all know an extra deal in this business is could be anywhere from $5,000 to $500,000. Is it worth listening to us teaching the technique that we've used over 500 times to do that? We're going to have our negotiators there teaching you how to negotiate deals from their perspective, get their persona. Use my strategies, but get their persona. So you'll be like, okay, I see what he's saying, but I can't do what he does. But darn it, I sure can do what she just said, right? So it's going to be it's going to be a lot of relatability there. Guys, there's something dynamic that happens when you visit us that actually, believe it or not, happens off time, and that's on Saturday night. On Saturday night, we all get together, and we've been doing it actually at my lake house. We're not going to be able to do it at my lake house now, just because we've always limited how many people we let into our live events, and we've always limited to just my office, and my office, is only able to handle so many people. Well, we've had such an incredible demand this time that we're just moving down the street to a hotel. And so what we do Saturday night after we're done with our live event is we all get together. It's like in a very social party-like atmosphere. Guys, I could tell you story upon story where people have told me like supernatural things that happened at those Saturday nights. I remember a couple times ago, it was Saturday night. We were all sitting around talking, and literally I looked across the room, and there was somebody crying there. And I looked at and I said, "What's going on there?" And what happened? This young lady was at our live event, and she just broke down Saturday night. I mean, she just had some issues, blah blah blah. That we all have issues, right? But then that Saturday night, literally, she just lost it. She just absolutely lost it. And I remember people were like talking to her, and I remember about an hour later, I had a chance to talk to her, and I said, "Are you okay?" Yeah, she said, "I'm perfect." She said, "I'm perfect. Watch what happens." And within the next 45 days, we knocked out 3 deals with her. And if I talk to her today, and by the way, the funny thing is she just texted me a couple hours ago about another deal. She will absolutely tell you, this is a young lady in her 40s. I mean, think about the experience she went through in her whole life. She said that night at that party, at that moment, I finally made my decision, a decision I made 100 times over in my life to finally do something about it. She said, but I made it that weekend, and I made it that Saturday night. And so what happens, guys, when you come see us, we hang out that night. Again, there's no rules for Saturday night. It's just us getting together. You have a couple cocktails. Some of y'all love cigars. Some of y'all know I'm a cigar guy, not an aficionado. I know nothing about them, but I do enjoy a cigar every then and there. And we'll sit around and we'll chat and we'll talk. And I promise you, I've had people drive in just for Saturday night. I mean, pay money. I mean, like get airline tickets, would pay the fee to get in. And it's like, dude, I didn't see you during the day. He goes, yeah, because I heard what happens at night. So I literally couldn't get here during the day, but I got here at night, and holy crap, Pete, I can only stay the night because tomorrow I got to be back at work. We had a guy who had a full-time job, okay? And his name is Henry. He couldn't be there Saturday during the day. He drove in from Alabama Saturday night, and he had to drive back because he had to go to work Sunday. So he missed all of the teaching. He missed all of it. He drove in for the party, okay? And Henry and he did so well for the next couple months. He did 6 deals with us. I was so inspired by Henry, I literally drove to Alabama to make 1 video with him. That's it. I got in my car, drove 2 hours because I was so inspired by Henry. And I met him somewhere that night, and I brought my video guy with him, and Henry and I just talked, and off the camera, I said, dude, what the hell? How'd you do this? I mean, you don't even have time. You have to drive in to come to a party. You couldn't even stay if we're going to stay. He said, oh, it was that party. It was that Saturday night. He said, I hung out with you guys, and it was the first time in my life I felt like this business was the real deal. And when I met him a couple months later, we had knocked out all those deals. He was no longer bound by that job. He's full-time. He's still full-time in this business. So guys, I could go on and on and on of why you have to be there that weekend. But in the end, I will tell you this. You already know whether or not you need to be there that weekend. You already know it. Like if you're struggling, if things aren't really working, if you're discouraged, if you're on your 50th quit of the month, like I'm out, if you don't have support around you, if what you're doing, you may be putting the effort in, just might not be working, then you need to be there. Okay, because that's what that weekend is all about. That weekend is designed to take you wherever you are. You could be a zero. I remember I was a zero in this business. 20 years ago, I was below a zero. I mean, zero back then looked good to me. Okay, zero looked good to me because I built this business off credit cards. I lost everything I had made. I had hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars when I got started, and I lost it all. And I built this business by ordering credit cards online every night. And my big win of the day was opening up the mail, and I look at the credit card and it'd say, hey, you got approved for an extra $3,000. And I called my partner back then, Jeff. I said, dude, I got $3,000. And he'd say, oh, I got approved for $5,000 a day. And that's how I built this business. I built this business one credit card at a time because I was buying time. I just like anybody that would give me some credit, I just needed more time, right? So when you're with us that weekend, you're going to hear stories like that. And some of y'all need to be here that weekend, not just for the techniques and the strategies we'll give you. Some of y'all need to be here just to hang on, just to hear some inspirational stuff. I mean, I remember I went to a weekend. I could tell you, I'm not, even though I'm sitting here promoting my web seminar, I'm going to tell you myself, I'm not really a seminar guy. I don't go to seminars. I mean, I know it's kind of weird, like come to my seminar, but I'm not a seminar guy. But like I said, what I am is I am real, okay? But I will tell you, even though I'm not really a seminar guy, the most impactful moment of my business career came at a seminar. The most impactful moment came at a seminar, and I'm not a seminar guy. So here's what happened to me. I was at this huge seminar, still remember, huge. There was hundreds, if not thousands of people there. I was in a crowd. I was an absolutely nobody. I wasn't even in real estate then. I was in a different business. I was listening to this guy, and that moment changed my life forever. The guy's name was Casey. He was a speaker. He was out of Michigan. He was out of Canada. And he was successful in the business. And he said this, he said, guys, there's some of you all are standing here and you're jumping around and you're a rah kind of guys. And to a degree, you guys are fake. I mean, he just said that. You guys are fake. You're jumping, you're high-fiving everybody. You're like, wow, we're going to do it. And then he said this. He said, there's somebody in this room right now. You're not high-fiving nobody. You're not jumping around. You're just standing there. By the way, that was me. I'm not a high-five. I'm not a rah-rah guy. I mean, I don't get turned off by that guy, but I'm almost like, ugh, like that's just not me. He said, there's somebody in this room right now. You've been standing here the whole weekend, but you got one freaking word in your self right now. And that's this: done. Done. It's done. Guys, this happened over 30 years ago because when he said that, it's like I was in a room of thousands of people going crazy. I was standing like this because I didn't want anyone to high-five me, so I figured if I had my arms crossed, nobody would reach out to me. But literally, before he said that, that's what I felt like. I felt like, I'm going to get this thing done. And Casey said, and you're standing there, and in your mind, it's done. And that one sentence in that one whole weekend that I can't remember one other speaker, one other story, He said, done deal. And that was me. And that is when I started turning that business around. I then ended up selling that business to Coca-Cola. I got into another successful business, and then my career took off. So I'm going to leave you with this one final thought, guys. Some of y'all are going to come here this weekend or that weekend, and I want you to make a commitment tonight to do it. And that's exactly what's going to happen to you. Somewhere in that weekend, you're going to just say done deal. You might be listening to me. You might be listening to one of our people. It might be Saturday night. It might be Sunday morning. It might be on the way out the door when you're leaving. Something is going to click, I promise you, that weekend, and you're going to say, done deal. I'm sick and tired of just showing up. I'm sick and tired of not being a hero to my kids, my wife, my family, my this, and this. You guys, that weekend, I promise you, there's going to be a bunch of y'all that are going to say, it's done. And since that person may be you, you need to just go ahead and make a commitment. So here's what you got to do. And by the way, some of y'all right now are like, oh my God, I got to be there. And you're like, but I can't afford a flight. I can't afford a hotel. I can't. My wife won't let me go. My husband won't let me go. My kid has a baseball. I got it. I'm not saying like that is a weekend that we specifically designed because everyone's lives stop April 27th and 28th. No. I know there's a million reasons not to do it. So let me tell you how you put all those reasons away. Like that, easy. Make an action step. Like right now, go and register. Because the more you let what you're feeling right now subside, the more of a chance you'll talk yourself out of it. Well, when you agree, see, when you make a decision to do something, the universe starts working in your favor and things start falling. When you don't make a decisions, you live in the world of, I wish I would have, I wish I could have. So here's my suggestion. For those of you that are like, you know, what he said tonight makes sense. I'm not where I want to be, but I do want to do it. Go register right now. Take the first step. Go register. That is one thing successful people all have in common is once we make a decision, we take an action step. That's it. I never make a decision personally without taking an action step. I never make a decision to do something and say, okay, so that means next month I'm going to get to it. That's how losers make a decision. A winner makes a decision and immediately acts upon it. Just boom. And so act upon it. Just right now, when we're done, go to www.partner, I think I remember our own websites, www.partnerdrivenlive. I'm sure you'll see it on your screen tonight. www.partnerdrivenlive. Go ahead and register. Go ahead and sign up. You'll get an automatic email with us with all the notifications about it. We go Saturday from 9 to like 5. Then we party, have a party from like 6 to whenever. Then we go Sunday from 9 till about 3:30 because I know most people fly in from different parts of the country. So you can get out of here, get to the airport in time. You'll see where we're doing it. Which hotel we're going to be doing it at and the hotel we're going to be staying at. Remember, stay at the hotel we're going to be at. I'm going to get a room there that night. My people are going to get a room that night. Hang out with us. Don't like go to this event and then go meet your buddies to go party somewhere in Buckhead. Get the full impact. So stay with us also. But make your first step tonight. Go register. www.partnerdrivenlive.com. Register. Take the first step. I promise you, you're absolutely going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it. How do I know it? I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm not asking for one penny to show up. I'm putting all it on my own dime. Why would I do that? If I thought it was like, why in the world would I pay for hotels, banquet, stuff to feed you, get you some drinks, pay my employees? I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I know that's how powerful that weekend's going to be. So go there, www.partnerdrivenlive.com. By the way, we're going to show you guys there how to get seed capital to really explode your business. We're going to have some cool stuff. We're going to talk about how to use social media. We're going to talk about everything. Okay. So go there, register, and I'm done. I'm out, guys. Hope you all had a good time. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys here, same time, same place next week. See ya.